Hey guys, welcome to another Listen Up Pro Teachers Do. They have with me Steph Nerd and Foxy.
Hello.
Hello.
And today we're going to be covering a couple of Superman crossovers, starting with Superman Savage Dragon. Now, we're at the suggestion of Steph, we're going to be going in the release order, not the chronological order, because this first one came out first while Erik Larsen was still chugging away and getting the first crossover done. So this one, and where that was their first meeting, this one, they've met before already. This is just circumstances that are leading them to meet up, again.
Yeah.
And whereas that one is in Chicago, this one's in Metropolis. Because that's where Savage is. He operates out of Chicago.
Wanted to get the fan experience.
Yeah.
Now, I should point out to you, the current Savage Dragon is this guy's son, and this guy is dead in the current comics.
I like his mohawk.
Oh, geez. There used to be a joke that Peter David made about how Savage Dragon's just Hulk with a fin on his head.
Basically.
Well, but he's not.
He looks like...
He's not.
But he looks like Guile mixed with Hulk. He's wearing like jeans and sneakers. He's got the same build as Guile.
Ultra punk Hulk.
It's like, you know how Guile's hair flies up and looks like a mohawk when he does the sonic boom? That's exactly what it looks like.
Sonic boom!
Sonic boom!
I don't get.
Yes.
But this is Carl Kessel with John Bogdanove. John Bogdanove, first of all, is the co-creator of Steel, John Henry Iron, but he's also one of the great artists who is perfect at homaging Kirby. And Savage, it's perfect because Savage Dragon's always had a Kirby pastiche to him.
Okay.
Why do Superman's little underwear there have so many wrinkles?
It's just details.
It's the way he's standing.
But yeah, so we open up with Superman's in the middle of a fiery field. This ends up being something similar to Savage Dragon's origin, where he woke up and with complete amnesia in the middle of a fire.
Okay.
And then like, huh? Oh yes, he's awake. Hey, Superman, careful! That's a doctor. You're in a hospital. Been here 3 days, big guy. Ever since something put you down for the count in Centennial Park. Inspector Sawyer, Turpin, what happened? He must have been big to involve the Metropolis Special Crimes Unit. We was hoping you could tell us, Superman. Well, I can tell you, it certainly appears he's made a complete recovery. Not quite, Doc. The last half dozen days are a complete blank. I don't have any memory of what hit me. Literally. Guess it couldn't have been too bad. Okay, it could have been too bad. My suit's all right. Nah, that scene looks like 10 miles of rough road, Superman, till Maggie sewed her up. Who'd have sunk the boss and was so handy with a needle and thread, huh? Me. You know your daughter and mended it, Dan, and did a great job too. Make a better wife than I ever will. Though I like to think I'm a better cop. Not that you could tell by this case. There's precious few leads, Superman, but we can go over everything down at the station house. Soon as you're dressed, ready anytime you are, Maggie. Not gonna impress us with your super speed stunt, Superman. Save that for the crooks and the cameras. Actually, I'm surprised the press isn't here, especially Lois Lane. Didn't think you'd be able to keep her away. We clamped a tight lid on your locale, Superman. Nothing against Lane, but we didn't want any of the media vultures circling. Not to mention that it hurts Superman's too tempting a target for old enemies with a grudge or do punks out for a rep. Good thing we're in a hospital. You won't have to go far when I'm done with you. Yeah? Let's see if you can talk that big with my fist in your mouth. Dragon, you got it, Soups. Oops, and the other two freelance killers. The guy with the grade A bomb on ham hocks for hands is called Hit. And little Miss is, well, Miss. Leave my boyfriend alone. And you think it was easy finding where they stashed Big Blue? Would have hurt him too, just like Intergang one. If you had stumbled up on us on the stairs. Sorry, I got lost. Hey, stop that. It's really annoying. Okay, if you won't behave, I'll have to. Huh? Ha! Yow! Oh, you must be able to make most people think they see you off to one side of where you really are, miss. But not someone with infrared vision. Oh, poo. He got her in the butt!
A bunch of infighting.
You really screwed up the contract, Dragon, and had my eye on a new boat. So your pals at the Vicious Circle better and pay big bucks when I bring them your head. You hear me? Oh, you're coming through loud and clear. Nice work, Dragon. Good to see you again. Yeah, almost forgot about how much fun I have when we get together. Hold on, I gotta double check how Jim Cummings had him sound because he's the one who voiced him in the cartoon. Hold on. I want to get the voice right. Just a second.
I actually do love this color.
Oh, yeah.
The blue on green.
The blue's nice. The artwork's good. I find it to be busy.
Yeah, oh, definitely. And it's a little blocky, but I do like this a lot. Like the electric blue always stands out for me. It's always a nice contrast for whatever's going on in the background.
Right. But what do you think about so far this start? This goes right into the action.
Oh, yeah.
I do like it. I love when they just go right to it.
Yeah.
No playing around.
No playing around, no nothing, just wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Right? Like, hey, it's me with these two hired killers, and we're all going to fight each other and fight you afterwards.
Yep, all right. Okay, I got it now. All right. Dragon? Maggie Sawyer, Metropolis SCU. We talked on the phone. Thought you'd be down at the house. Didn't want to wait. Got the address from some guy in your unit. He was kind of paranoid. Wouldn't believe I was a real dragon. Name was Bleeder. And Beetler takes the job a bit too seriously sometimes. Anyway, glad you can get away from Chicago's new Special Operations Task and Strike Force office. I really only helped the SOS part-time when they need it. And I had to come when I heard what happened. That's right. You were found in a burning field just like I was. Yeah, that's my story, more or less. Woke up with a fin on my head, green, and naked. No need for your personal details. Thank you very much. Well, that's not exactly what happened to me, but there's another similarity. None of us remember how we got there. How I got there? I don't remember anything before that field. So maybe if we work together, we can fill in some gaps for both of us. Besides, my daughter Angel is a big fan of yours. Daughter, stepdaughter, good kid. Long story. Be glad to hear it, Dragon. Later. Right now, we got some unidentified muckamucks walking around who can KO Superman, and that ain't good. Which is why I think Dragon and I should look into this alone. Until we find out who we're dealing with, then we'll know how to best use the SCU. And the SOS, the JLA, maybe the CIA, FBI, and a few CPAs too. CPAs? Hey, I'll take all the help I can get. And you'd say the same thing if you were the one always getting the snot beat out of you.
Already knows he's a loser.
Right.
Oh, he said he has a stepdaughter and everything, so.
I like his attitude.
Right.
But yeah, so as they're heading on out there, well, as a start at least, we'll see what we can come up with. As soon as we get Dragon cleaned up a bit. Man, reporters, the idea of being stuck in a whole building of them, that's my idea of hell. Now this guy, he's possessed by someone.
Oh.
Okay.
Great Caesar's ghost. Great to see you, Superman. Cops wouldn't say one word about you. Not a word. But I showed them two can play that game. Whole city wants to know where you've been, pal. Was that coffee I just drank or leftover ink from the last edition? Jimmy's right. From what little the police said, I was worried. That is, we all were. What happened? Don't know myself, Lois. Memory's a complete blank. Dragon and I are trying to reconstruct events. You mean this is really the Dragon from Chicago? I always thought he was taller. I always thought Superman pal was, forget it. I think he was thinking gay is what I think he was going for.
I think so.
I was sure that I was here that night, Superman. Would have told the cops what little I know if Perry hadn't been playing hardball with them. You come in and confer with Clark Kent on an article he was writing, then you took off. Hey, we haven't seen Clark since that night either. Think something happened to him too? No, Jimmy, his mother's sick, and I think he's also planning a special weekend away for the two of us. She always talked that loud. Anyway, we can get into Kent's files to see what he was working on. Short of a court order and a federal case about right of privacy, protected sources, and freedom of the press, well, we could ask Lois for Clark's password. I'm pretty sure she knows it. Yeah, Smallville. That's it. Easy as that. Actually, I think by this point, this is after they're married, I should point out. Actually, and not long after they're married. Actually, I think Clark changed that password. Well, if he did, I know. After all, I'm not the one with amnesia. But if there's one thing I remember, it's Clark saying he told you his new password. And it must have been, he must have said it in one of the times he was running out the door. Can I talk to you in private? Excuse us a sec. You sure those two aren't married? You know, Clark's no Bill Gates. Shouldn't be tough to hack into his systems. Oh, he's noticing something.
Uh-oh.
And thank heavens for storerooms. Lois, Clark, I was so worried. Did everything I could to find you. Pulled every string, called in every favor, but the cops were just doing their jobs, darling. They're worried too. That whatever did this to me will be back. Oh boy. Look how she just glopped him.
Just right hanging on like a spider monkey.
Right.
Is there anything you might know that might help? Not really. You just started working on a new story that day. I was hip deep in my own work. Never had a chance to compare notes with you before you ran off. What about Dragon? Something like this happened to him. Has he been in any help? Dragon's more in the dark than I am. He's glib about it, but it must haunt him. For years, I didn't know where I came from, and that haunted me. So now you want to save the day and Dragon. Sounds like another long night, and I shouldn't wait up. I have to help Dragon if I can, Lois. You know I'll be back as soon as superhumanly possible. Just in time for the next crisis. Not that I didn't know what I was getting into when I married you, but it doesn't matter. Nothing's going to change, including the way I feel for you, ever. Just tell me one thing, and tell me the truth. I have to know. Clark's new password, Jimmy. I just remembered. Mixius Pitalik, already in.
Yes.
Let's see. Last file Clark was and used was a series of deaths among homeless in Suicide Slum. One crushed, another strangled, the third stabbed, the most recent burned. Burned 3 nights ago. That's not all, and that's not all, folks. Check this: a mysterious symbol found on all 4 victims. And then that is all, folks. End of Clark's notes. Guy must have had a super memory. Not as much as he'd like, I'm sure. Thanks, Jimmy. Wish that jogged my memory. But all I know right now is Dragon, and I need to head for Suicide Slum. Give you a list? Think if I go up and away, now, so will my coffee and my lunch. The coffee they got here is a weapon of mass destruction. My mask. I got a ride park nearby. Meet you there. I go, what, south? No, it's, maybe I better go with you. Okay, but I drive. Funny, smells all that perfume Lois Lane wears. Common sense, very popular. Probably half the female reporters in this building wear it. Oh, by the way, great in relationship with the press you got here. If I was that friendly with Windy City media types, they'd dog me every second of the case. Not in Metropolis. We won't run to Kent since he's sick, and he's respected enough. No one will poach his stories. They'd have to be ordered onto it. Looking for Superman for days. Don't lose him now. It's as much your story as Kent's, Lane. Get out there and take Olsen with you. Ha! Oh, and there's the what are they called? The hold on. The Newsboy Legion.
Oh, Jesus. The Newsies?
No, Newsboy Legion.
I know. I'm just saying, like the Newsies.
Yep. But they're going to see go up there. Yeah, he has a Humvee. Of course he does. But yeah, so they're basically saying the check. We'll keep an eye on his car, so he actually pays them, and then that's it. Ain't get away from us. Get back, kids. Things could get rough. Yo's right. It's right. It's Superman. Thanks again for saving my life. They're all there to thank him. Isn't there anyone in this city who doesn't like him? Sure, there's Lex Luthor and there's Lex Luthor. Look, you one of my regular spider, just Superman. He knows you're my favorite. Good to see you too, Bibbo. And this is Dragon. Might have heard of him. Used to work for the Chicago police. Big cops, even ex-cops, especially ex-cops. Well, not that he'd last 10 rounds when I was in me prime, but any guy that's a palo of Superman's is okay with me. Wouldn't let. Oh, but look at that look at his face.
All right.
He's ready to rip Bibbo's head off.
Oh yeah, he wants to just pull him in half.
It's just like,
Let me go.
I got me some buddies.
All right.
yeah,
No,
but,
no,
right,
he's
but-
not I.
yeah, but then at one point he's asking about the homeless murder. But for a moment he's possessed and he tells him where to go look. Sounds good to me. And the farther from that soup, the better. Thanks, Bibbo. Of course, he's completely like, ooh, what'd I say?
All right.
So they're heading on over there, dealing with it. They see a bunch of the other guys. And okay, I ask, what's your feeling of Savage?
I like him.
I don't know. I'm still like, is he a villain? Is he a hero?
No, he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
I'm just saying though, like he's
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of got
right.
both sides to him
Right. No, I
Oh,
like
yeah.
him. I
so
like his,
far.
To be
I like
fair,
his
that's
attitude.
intentional. That's intentional because we're supposed to never know what was his life like before his amnesia.
Mm.
Could he have been a bad guy who's being good, or was he always a good guy with a rough edge?
Exactly. Like, was he a bad guy or just like a neutral dude, and now he's a good guy? Like,
Yep, I know, with a rough edge.
right? But
Yeah, I know.
exactly. I do, like you said, I like his attitude, but like, you
Yep.
still got to see more of him to really tell.
Yeah, to fight off a bunch of these big guys and everything. And like, stupid move. And was that bully boy drained off enough energy for Superman? Lurker had not. Who? Runt, they call me. Stop you, I shall. All right. No fair tag to me, Big Blue. Ignoring me much longer, you're going to hurt my feelings. Handle Superman, Lurker, and I shall. Bonded by connected bands, he is he. Basically, these are guys' original creations done that tie into the Force world.
Okay.
At least, I'm pretty sure that, they are.
Nice.
So, they're able to toss them around into the air, and then there's Kilroy. Now, he is part of the
crazy.
Apokoliptian men.
Right. So, like the new gods and the fourth
Yep.
world.
Hence why Bogdanov's involved here.
And that's why they're actually able to hurt him.
Yep. Where are Superman and Dragon? Shouldn't they be captured by now? Kilroy! Escape the heroes did. Yes, smarter than they look, they are. My fault it is, Master. Don't listen to my brother, sir. They gave me the slip. Won't do it again. Yeah, and good. That's the kind of talk I like to hear. And then, what are you three waiting for? Nothing, Master Kilroy. Get them, we will. Yeah, get them good. If only I could trust them at their word. You, lowly, come here. Tell me truthfully how my men did in battle against your Superman and Dragon. They did a good job, sir, but best as I remember, I have to say things were a bit fuzzy, but I haven't had a drop, sir, not in days, or a meal. And of course, he kills the guy.
Of course.
And he's like, a
The
quick
lowly
death to relieve you of your miserable existence.
No.
Of course, with the mark which proclaims Kilroy was here. He's the one who's been leaving the marks.
Of course. Of course he has.
Yep. Need a lift? Lois, my car! We saw you two going flying. Newsboy said this was your ride, so, Jimmy means we wanted to get here ASAP. Couple of super types are tearing up the waterfront. Little guy on a flying disc and some big bruiser. Sounds like our friend Runt and Bully Boy. Bet Lurker's not far behind. Better save your energy for the fight, Superman. Climb in and move over, Miss Lane. This thing gets wrecked. I want the pleasure to be all mine. How'd you two get away from those kids anyway? Oh, Jimmy and the newsboy go way back. Take the next right. And don't tell me they helped you hotwire it. Oh, I didn't need any help.
He already knows.
Big vehicle.
Oh, wow.
Apparently, Superman can actually just hold onto the car and fly it while inside of it.
Okay, that
is
makes
ridiculous.
no sense, but all right, let's go.
Yep. But yeah, you fool, Dragon. It's exactly what they wanted. Now you will suffer as I have. At last, I will get my revenge. Jimmy ain't not completely Superman. Maybe not even legally. After all, possession is 9/10 of the law. Let him go. But
damn.
Jimmy got possessed. But don't you let go, Superman. And eyes on the road. Look out. Dead ahead. Boom tube. Should have known.
Huh.
Hands off, weirdo. Touchy are we? But touch me you cannot. Short your reach is now. Long I will enjoy it. Couldn't hear you, little buddy. Come a bit closer. Oh, this is so much. Uh-oh, they're the Furies.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Okay, don't come to me. I'll come to you. Easy, Dragon. You can go from the frying pan to the fire pit in a heartbeat here. Before we do anything, let's find out what they want with us and what happened to Jimmy and Lois. I took both of them down pretty much myself. Got kind of rough. Show stomp anytime. Oh boy, they're trying to impress the girls. The Furies. They captured us just to score points with babes. What kind of people are they? Evil gods. We're a little more than ants to them. Welcome to the planet called Apokolips. Don't expect things to get better anytime soon. Yeah, it turns out the person that's been possessing people is the Fiend, one of Dragon's villains.
Oh, wonderful.
Nice, Dragon. Hope you're having a hell of a time. If that Fiend has hurt Jimmy, if either of you have hurt Lois, save your threat, Superman. You'll get what you want, only after I get what I want. And I want to rule Apokolips. I'm certain Queen Hega was going to hand her rule over to Steppenwolf until Darkseid arranged their deaths and seized power himself. As Steppenwolf's son, so he's Steppenwolf's son. The throne is rightfully mine, and I will take it. Hold on, I gotta double check who this Queen Hega is.
Yeah, and did they actually kill Steppenwolf and Hega, or?
Hold on. So yeah, there's Queen Hegra and oh, by the way, that Hegra is Darkseid's mother.
Okay. So he had his mother and Steppenwolf killed.
I don't know where this fits in the continuity.
Okay.
Yeah, right. I've seen punks like you couldn't roll a straight line, never mind a whole planet, but you've never met anyone like me. So, drag it, your hand. Don't sweat it, pal. I heal pretty quick, and the sucker will regenerate. It'll be back in time for Sunday night poker. I'd give you an invite, but you'd have to promise not to use your X-ray vision. Notice how chillax he still is.
Sorry about
Take
that.
care,
And yeah,
Fiend.
he is. He already knows what's coming.
Yep. Take care, Fiend. Or did you forget the Hellgate? Run created a device which freed you from your infernal prison, and you can't stay free without it. As easy as it brought you here, it can send you back. Don't. Please. I'm sorry, Kilroy. I won't make that mistake again. Fine. So basically, they're just utilizing him for an uprising.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Use the Fiend, get what you want, and then send him packing.
Yep. Yep. But of course, then he just lifts up a building, tosses it in. Superman. I know. Looks like it, and that did it. Now, where's sorry about that, Dragon. Was making it up as I went along. No time to warn you. Is it just me, or do you treat all your friends like this? It won't matter after Calibacon's done with you. You'll be dead, squashed like the lowly bugs you. 1, 2, 3. Telescopic vision located the pallet. Better go before anything else crawls out of the rubble. Ready? Yeah. Now, as he puts that on for his arm.
That's awesome.
So, yep, they're heading down there to try and get him and find about the Fiend. Like, Fiend, our agreement. Yes, time to end this as he possesses Superman.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
In case you're as stupid as you look, I'm what caused Superman's amnesia before. A test run to make sure I could possess the Kryptonian before we brought him to Apokolips. Leaving him in a burning field was just to lure you in, Dragon. It had nothing to do with your own sad story. Just the first of many tricks and tortures I've got planned for you. Do your worst, pal. My pleasure, Dragon.
Okay, then.
Of course, Fiend's feeling like he'll be taking over Apokolips instead, but then he takes the Hellgate. And super speed. But then Superman takes over, tosses it to Dragon, and hey, Fiend, go to hell. No! I call that my good deed for the day. You okay, Superman? Yes. Try to use all of my will. Fight off the Fiend's possession. Did it work? Yeah, I say you pitched in. But then, they're not worried about you. Okay, who's the ugly stone-faced broad in the miniskirt? I am Darkseid, mortal. I will forgive your remarks since the two of you just helped rout a coup against me. Yes, I know all about it, and have for some time. I will show absolutely no mercy to its mastermind, the hellbound horror known as the Fiend. The truth he doesn't know, we're off the hook. Of course, I can't overlook that it was one of Runt's inventions that allowed the Fiend access to Apokolips in the first place. You're absolutely right, almighty Darkseid. So, okay, you can't tell me Darkseid surely doesn't believe it.
I know, right? He definitely.
Yeah.
But then he sends all of them back with Jimmy back in Metropolis. How they and how's that? And think that's how they sent Lane back? Assuming they did, I'll find out in a minute. Jimmy, what happened? Just remember getting in the car. For you, Wilson, that's a good thing. Sorry, this was a dead end for you, Dragon. But if you don't mind, there's still a favor I'd like you to ask. Hey, I'm on top of the planet's globe, naked. Can I borrow your cape, Superman? Maybe we can work something out. Wanted to go home, was more than just bruises, and was going to ask you for something. Not for me, for my daughter. You got to go to a whole different planet with Superman? And how come you didn't take me along? I wish you were coming home tonight, Daddy. You're supposed to tuck me in and read me a book and give me a hug and a goodnight kiss. Sarah can't really give me a hug without hurting me. Did you get me anything? Superman's autograph would be real cool. Bum wouldn't give you his autograph, kiddo, but I got something else I think you'll like. I'm telling you, suffice to say that you'll soon be able to leave that bathroom towel and you keep tying around your neck in the bathroom. I'll be home tomorrow to give you a hug, Angel. Well, as I was saying, don't remember being on Apokolips, but after that, kids, it's hard to remember much at all. Lost your cape, I see. Gave it to Dragon for his daughter. Guess I couldn't resist giving capes to kids. Jimmy wasn't too happy about it. You know, I really should make sure you aren't hurt anywhere before you rush back to your never-ending battle. I'm not leaving you, Lois. Not tonight. Something was said that made me realize I need to work harder to show you that you're the most important thing in the world to me. Not that I'm arguing, but I don't think crime's taking the night off, is it? No, but just because it's a never-ending battle doesn't mean it's a one-man war. What was that? What we hit? More like what hit us? Action number 1 cover.
Nice.
That's cool.
So how was that?
I did like it. I did actually. But it definitely could have been fleshed out a little bit more.
Yeah, but
it was more
story.
Yeah, and it was more like just to show some action, I guess.
Yeah,
I did.
I liked it. I like
it's the character interaction you're here for.
I like Savage Dragon a lot. What I didn't like was that it seemed like Lois's face changed every time.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It was
Different
really
angles
weird how some of
and
the art was, and it was distracting.
Yeah, I didn't like the art as much in this one as some of the other ones.
Colors amazing.
Definitely, but
yeah,
the artwork itself is a little too blocky and old school for me.
Exactly. And again, this was just done to pad out before the other crossover. But for what it was, it's the typical 90s intercompany crossover. They meet, and in this case, they don't fight. They just meet, they interact, and then they go on an adventure where some of their villains teaming up.
Yeah, see, and that's why I wasn't sure if he was a villain or a good guy or a little bit of both, because that's the typical quota. Have the bad guy show up, have the fight, or have them need his help.
Right.
Yep.
You know.
But we got the bad guys, and going with the new gods makes sense.
Oh, for sure. That was good. That was a good little twist.
Yeah, but again, overall, this was okay. That's all I would say. It's okay. It's not great. It's not spectacular. It's just okay.
Yeah, that's definitely like a 4.5 or a 5 out of 10, maybe.
Yeah.
Exactly. But not the greatest, but not the worst.
Right.
So yeah, next time we'll be going over the next crossover, which chronologically is their first meeting, set way back during the Byrne era of Superman. So before the wedding, this one was set. What was the then present day? That one is going to be set in the past.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right.
See you all on that one. Take care.
Have a good night. Bye.